Hi guys, the FIDE Candidates 2014 round 1 is started. The first game, which is just drawn, is Andreikin Dmitry versus Vladimir Kramnik. They've just played the NIMS Indian Classic. Dmitry plays d4, Kramnik plays knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, queen c2, play castles, a3, bishop takes, queen takes, d5, knight f3, pawn takes, queen takes, b6, bishop g5, bishop a6, queen a4, Kramnik plays queen d7. I've put reference games in the description. Another game was Mamedyarov versus Ivanchuk London 2012. Instead of queen d7, he played bishop b7. Game continued e3, knight b d7, bishop a6, bishop takes, queen takes, c5, rook a c1, and this game drew in 110 moves. So instead of bishop b7, Kramnik played queen d7. Kramnik had played another game, same game versus Mamedyarov. So this Andreikin follows the Mamedyarov Kramnik game. He played queen c2, the game continued c5. Another game, Xiangzhi versus Gretarsson-Reykjavik 2013, game continued rook c8, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook d1, queen c6, queen d2, queen d5, g3, rook, g3, bishop b7, bishop g2, queen h5, rook g8, and white won in 56 moves. But the game, Kramnik played c5 in this position, and the game continued d takes c5. Another game, Ignatiadias versus Kalesis, Eretria 2011. The game continued bishop takes f6, pawn takes, queen c6, e3, bishop f1, king f1, knight d7, knight d4, queen takes c5, rook a c1, rook f c8, and the game was drawn. But in our game, the Dmitry plays d takes c4. Kramnik follows the Mamedyarov game, rook c8, bishop takes f6, g takes f6, queen e4, queen b5, and white plays b4. If white plays queen takes a8, the game would continue. Queen takes b2, rook d1, knight c6. The queen is trapped, so he has to take the rook. Queen takes c8, bishop c8, pawn takes, queen c3 check, rook d2, a takes b, with a clear advantage to black. But the game continued b4, b takes c5, and Dmitry played e3. If he continues with the line if he plays queen takes c8, black would play queen c4, rook d1, rook c3, queen c3 check, knight d2, knight c6, and queen is lost again. So the game continued. E3, bishop b, queen to b7, queen g4 check, king f8, b5, trapping the bishop, bishop takes, rook b1, threatening a5, a6, threatening a4, and then a4. Instead of a4, or play could have continued queen h4, the Mamedyarov game went queen e4. On the computer it tries this variation: queen b6, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen f6, knight d7, queen h6 check, king g8. King h8. That's one possibility. But the game continued. a4, f5, attacking the queen. The Mamedyarov game, black played queen h4, but Dmitry comes up with queen f4. Kramnik plays queen e4, not to lose. He took the queen, pawn takes, he took the pawn, the bishop on a, b5, coming to the knight, getting back, and then he played b6. Played b6. Kramnik played rook d8. During the conference, Dmitry came up with this. If he had played rook c6, and he would have, he said he would have played bishop f3. If f5, you play g4, trying to play bishop e4, but Kramnik didn't go for that. So the game could, so you would play after bishop d3. If f5, you play g4, trying to undermine the pawn structure with the threat opening the pawn and playing bishop e4. But the game continued. Rook d8. He took the pawn on f3. He played knight c6. He played f4. He played knight d4. Bishop g2. Rook a d8. He pushed the pawn on b7. Knight d5, blocking the bishop. White castled. Kramnik played rook d7. Rook fc1. Rook on d took the pawn. He swapped, and the bishop took on d. He takes, and the game was drawn. The variation, one possibility would have been, let's say, rook takes, and Kramnik in the conference he said he would play rook on b2 to b5. And instead of rook d on, instead of playing rook d7, you would play rook b5, and the game was drawn. Thank you. We'll continue with the rest of the games. Aronian playing Anand, and Sergey Karjakin playing Svidler. Thank you.